What is up? What is up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to make some money tonight. It's Last Minute Betting. Bob and Mike are here. Look at us. Here. With Last Minute Betting. Powered by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Go to oddsjam.com/subscribe and use the code BOB20 or Mike20 for 20% off. Don't forget about $10 deposit. Get you $100 in free bets. You got to bet that $10 at Onyx Odds. Link below in the description of this video on YouTube. And thank you for joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. Here we are, Thursday night football and a divisional game. And the Seahawks coming off a pounding of New Orleans. Is this a spot where you can't trust the Seahawks tonight? I know me and you and Jabari and Tristan all picked the Seahawks. But the more I think about it, the more I kind of wonder whether it's the right pick.
I mean, again, we talked about Seattle looking decent. You know, they got to win against Pittsburgh. Tough loss against San Francisco, but that was with San Francisco fully healthy and everything too. And that was a close game, 17-13, you know? So, you know, I think that, looking at that, you know, that tells us a little something. You know, I know Arizona played San Fran tough. It was a 1-point game, but, you know, I think the Niners are a different team with Brock Purdy over Mac Jones. But, yeah, I mean, it is at Arizona. It's a short week. It's a division rival. So, you know, Arizona is going to be competitive. But yeah, no, I don't know, Bob. I don't know where I'm leaning fully. I get where you're coming from. Initially, I thought Arizona, but you know, the more you look at it, or Seattle, I'm sorry. I initially thought Seattle, but the more you look at it, the more you wonder, is that going to be the route that everybody else is going to take? Is that where everybody's going to be on Seattle tonight?
Right. And remember, James Conner out.
Sure.
Big deal. Them losing a weapon like him, because let's face it, man, he's just made to score touchdowns.
Well, Trey Benson will step in. You know, we'll see what he's able to bring to the table.
I got him in my video. I'm banking on him, but don't they? Who else do they have? Running back wise,
I mean, that's going to be the main guy there with Connor out. It was Benson and Connor. They've got another guy who may get some touches, Greg Dortch or whatever. Well, no, he's a receiver. Let me look.
Is Cooper Kupp going to score tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a chance to.
Okay.
I think he's got a chance to. He's been seeing some targets. He hasn't gotten in the end zone yet, so you'd like to think maybe he's due. So,
yeah,
maybe he is due. I mean, he's certainly seen his fair share of targets, and that's with JSN in the mix. You know, I mean, had third most targets that last game against New Orleans. That was a blowout, though. You go back to the game against Seattle, had the second most targets with 9, had 90 yards on 7 catches.
All right. Now, Tristan, you know, I get on your case and you get mad at me, but you call people bums and you know, just out of nowhere. Cooper Kupp is not a bum. He's never been a bum, okay? He's been a very good receiver. He's had some injuries. JSN.
No, I mean, I don't think he's still. I mean, he's not.
No,
he's not JSN right now. But I mean, Cooper Kupp's getting older. JSN's never had a year like Cooper Kupp had. Several years back yet. So again, you're right on the money there. If you're comparing, Cooper Kupp's had a very good career. Matter of fact, he was on the verge of having the single season receiving yards record the one year, was he not? Didn't he fall short?
Fell short, became close. All right.
But he was damn close. So yeah.
Right. All right. So that's for tonight's game. The target sharing is killing it.
It depends. Yeah. I mean, the one game he had 9 targets. Cooper Kupp did. So I mean, he's seeing averaging out. Cooper Kupp's probably seeing the second most targets on Seattle, but behind JSN, of course. But Cooper Kupp's older now. But yeah, I mean, I think Cooper Kupp is still reliable. He certainly hasn't forgotten how to play football. I mean, the guy's got the second most receiving yards in a single season in NFL history. You can't knock that. I mean, again, he's not that same guy, but he's definitely a guy that you can rely on still, even at his age.
MLB playoff picture. Let's switch. Houston is winning 11-1.
It's a young man's. We'll tell that. Tristan said it's a young man's game.
Okay.
Well, having veterans that can that with experience goes a long ways. How many teams do you see win with all nothing but rookies?
Okay. Gotcha. I'm on to Major League Baseball playoffs. Updates. 11-1 Astros over the Athletics. Dodgers, that's in the 8th, top of the 8th. Dodgers beating the Diamondbacks 8-0. That is in the bottom of the 9th. And the Reds beat the Pirates 2-1, which means that the Reds, I believe, have moved within a half a game of the Mets. Yes, they have at 81-78. So, but the Mets have 4 games left, and the Mets do not play tonight. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like Arizona's going to wind up being a game and a half out. Obviously, St. Louis, San Francisco, Miami, they're all eliminated. Nothing happening there, I don't think. But let's talk about the major, and I'm talking major collapse in the AL Central, where Cleveland now has a 1-game lead over Detroit. And when you look at the wild card, yes, Detroit is in position for that last wild card, but now Houston with that win now moves within a half a game of Detroit for the final wild card. Mike, I got a question for you. Is Detroit going to blow this and not even make the playoffs?
Man, I mean, it's not looking good. Unfortunately for them, they've got this last game with Cleveland at Cleveland, and then they've got the Red Sox for 3 games. They threw Skubal in that first game against Cleveland. That didn't work out to stop the bleeding. So, yeah, they're in a tough spot here. They're in the driver's seat right now if they could just keep winning. But it's going to be really, really tough for them because, Boston is sitting there with something to play for as well. Boston doesn't want to completely collapse. They haven't clinched a playoff spot yet. So don't think they're going to catch the Yankees or Blue Jays for the division, but obviously they are still in contention for that.
Right.
Potentially there's still hope for that, but they're going to have something to play for because they can't afford to be losing games as well. Because again, Boston has not clinched a playoff spot yet. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting down the stretch. But no, I'd like to think Detroit can get it together enough.
They end with 3 against the Red Sox, man, don't they?
I know. I just said that. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Boston still doesn't have a playoff spot.
I don't think they're going to do it.
I mean, right now it doesn't look good. I mean, they're on a horrible, horrible losing streak to end this year. And oftentimes when we see teams derailing like this late in the season, they usually derail fully and collapse. So there's that's not going for them as well. So,
and the Blue Jays have been collapsing too.
Yeah, Toronto's not been playing good either. Matter of fact, the Yankees have been playing good.
Yes.
Now, granted, I know they're playing Baltimore and Chicago right now to end the year, and they just played Baltimore. But if you look at their month of September, Bob, they've only lost one series in the month of September. That was ironically against Detroit. They lost 2 of 3 against Detroit, but they beat the Blue Jays 2 of 3. They beat Houston 2 of 3. They beat the Red Sox 2 of 3. They beat the Twins 2 of 3, Baltimore, and then the White Sox so far 2 up on them in that series. So the Yankees are taking care of business when it matters most and winning these series. So their month of September has been exactly what they wanted to draw up heading into the postseason.
10 games ago, the Detroit Tigers had a 7-game lead over the Cleveland Guardians. During that time, Cleveland went 9-1, and Detroit's went 1-9. That don't happen very often. This could be a historic collapse. Let's get back to the National League. Mets are playing the Cubs tonight, and Imanaga's on the mound for the Cubs. Mets, if they lose, man, Cincinnati is tied with them, but Cincinnati owns the tiebreaker.
Yeah, Cincinnati got a big win tonight. Cincinnati could really hurt themselves losing 2 of 3 to Pittsburgh. Had they won, one more of those games against Pittsburgh, they'd be sitting up pretty nicely because they do have 3 left with Milwaukee, but Milwaukee's got nothing to play for. So Milwaukee's clinched everything. So that last series with Milwaukee, not really as much of a worry if you're Cincinnati. You really wanted to take at least 2 of 3 against Pittsburgh. If not sweep them, because with that, Cincinnati has still put themselves on the outside looking in. Yes, they own the tiebreaker, but they could be in a really great spot if they would have gotten one of those wins. Last night's game in particular really hurt them in extra innings, losing that game at home to Pittsburgh.
I think Cleveland's going to win the division now. Honestly, I think Detroit is. The only way Detroit makes the playoffs is through the wild card. You know what? When Jose Ramirez smells that division title, man, he's a hell of a ball player, hell of a clutch hitter, and I'm with you there.
Cleveland's got lots of experience on their side, and it's showing here when it matters most. And I think a lot of teams would probably like to not see it Cleveland in the playoffs with their playoff experience. So,
all right. So no WNBA playoffs tonight, but I got to tell you, that series between Minnesota and Phoenix is going to get, it's getting highly competitive, and it's getting kind of nasty. And the Indiana Vegas series, both series tied 1-1. Now you got a best out of 3, Mike. And I still think it's going to be Minnesota and Vegas, but I'm really surprised at what I've seen so far from the underdogs in these playoffs.
Yeah, Phoenix has definitely got to be feeling good. They knocked off the defending champs, in that first round.
Right.
So for them, they really got to be feeling good about themselves. And Phoenix is a team that has been here, in kind of more recent years. Have they not? How long has it been for them?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm looking here. You better watch out.
It's been a while. 2014. It was 2014.
So let me just whip this on you here real quick, all right? Last game, Nafisa Collier had 24.6 rebounds, 1 assist. But Alyssa Thomas had 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 13 assists with no 3-pointers even shot or attempted. Alyssa Thomas is on a mission, and she got in Nafisa's face the other night. And I'm just going to tell you this right now. They're not going to go away very easily. And that's Sabali, too. So I still think it's going to be Minnesota and Vegas, but man, going to be tough.
The thing with Alyssa Thomas, Bob, is she has been to the WNBA finals a couple of different times.
Oh, yeah.
With Connecticut, you know. Right. Remember, Phoenix got her in that trade. And she's won a gold medal. And, I think that she's definitely going to have something to say in this before it's all said and done. She's definitely one of the better players in the WNBA. So, yeah, I mean, this could get very interesting in this series.
I think you brought up a good point here, Tristan. Does Raleigh break Judge's record? Cal Raleigh is the first catcher in the history of baseball to hit 60 home runs. No catcher has ever done that. So you know what? I got an idea. Let's have a little applause for him because that's pretty
ironically, unless he hits, he's to break the record, he'd have to hit 3 home runs tonight, 2 to tie. So I don't think he's doing it tonight. So if he doesn't do it tonight, if he's going to do it, ironically, Tristan, he's going to do it against your Dodgers because that's who they close the season out with.
I mean, let's face it, Barry Bonds hits a single season home run record, okay? It's 73, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. I know there were steroids involved, and then McGuire had 70, but you can't argue with the fact that, I mean, they hit bombs. And I love Cal Raleigh. I really do. Really like him. He's an overall really good ball player. For a catcher to hit 60 home runs and a switch hitter on top of it, that's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. I mean, his batting average is a little, kind of, I mean, it's 240. He's not, but again, you're a catcher. So, not probably going to be batting 300 as a catcher anyway, but no doubt about it. And Kershaw is going to probably pitch that last game of the year too.
Unless you were Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons hit 300 a lot, Hall of Fame catcher.
I'm just saying, usually looking at the power hitters that are catchers or a lot of the great hitters. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, Joe Mauer was very good hitter. He hit for average.
He was a good hitter.
He was an average hitter, but usually a lot of catchers, you don't see them hit for super high batting averages necessarily. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that this is a great year for Cal Raleigh, and I think that he's got a great chance at breaking Judge's record. I mean, why wouldn't he? He hit 2 out last night.
Right.
You just never know. The problem for them is they're playing, but they've been playing there all year. Seattle's a pretty big ballpark, but hell, he's been doing that all year. So, and he hit 2 out in Seattle last night, and they'll be in Seattle for those last 3 games against the Dodgers. But I think he's got a great chance.
You're probably going to get mad at me.
Man, I did not know.
You're probably going to get mad at me for bringing this up, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Don't really care. The Golden Bachelor is a former L.A. Ram from 1981 to 1989, Mel Owens. I just thought I'd let you know that. Little trivia there for you. The Golden Bachelor, which is a really popular show. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a Florida State man. Yeah. Hey, speaking of Florida State, I've got some anytime touchdowns picked in that game. So check out the video for college football. I started doing college football anytime touchdown scores. Going to do them just like I do the NFL.
You don't want Tristan checking that out because he's going to tell you picked the wrong guys because he's the Florida State expert.
No, he's not. He doesn't know who Bobby Bowden is.
Well,
if you don't know who Bobby Bowden is,
you can't be the Florida. Yeah, that is true. You can't be the expert.
No, you can't. You just can't.
You can't be. Yeah, if you don't know who Bobby Bowden is,
right? That'd be like not knowing Tony La Russa managed the Cardinals. Okay, the greatest coach that Florida State has ever seen.
No, you knew he was going to say this. Deuce Robinson touchdown.
Well, yeah, I got Deuce.
Well, there you go.
It's already there. It's already there, bro.
I'm gonna be on the lookout. This Deuce Robinson, if he ain't a top receiver in the NFL, I'm playing.
Don't give him too much crap. Not too much. All right. What do you say? We put something together for tonight. We only have baseball. We really don't have a lot of games. Let me share my screen and take a look.
Okay.
Oops. Hang on. I'm getting there.
Don't make you find me.
All right.
Kind of hard to find. I'm hard to find, but I'm one of a kind.
Okay. I mean, who wins this game tonight? I got to say Guardians. I mean, I think I want to put the Guardians in a parlay. Money line. Taking the Guardians.
Okay. Well, you just know
Detroit.
I mean, man.
I like the Cubs tonight too.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm roll with it. If that's who you like, roll with it.
I like the Yankees -1.5 tonight.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, they're going for this division, man.
Yeah. El Rodon on the mound tonight. He'll have 200 strikeouts probably when this is all said and done. He's at 198 right now. I'm sure he gets 2 strikeouts against the White Sox tonight. So
yeah.
I mean, the Yankees are rolling. Yeah.
Sonny Gray back-to-back years with 200 strikeouts, by the way. And also said in an interview post-game that he is open to waiving his trade clause in the offseason. So between him and Arenado, they're going to get rid of them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blue Jays. Tristan says Blue Jays.
Blue Jays against the Red Sox.
Going for the sweep.
Okay.
I know, but I mean, to me, that one's tough, and so is that Guardians-Tigers game, man. I know these are tough because the Tigers and the Red Sox really need these games.
I know.
Both of these teams need it worse than anything right now.
Yeah, but so do the Guardians.
Not necessarily. I mean, the Tigers are on a freaking 8-game losing streak. I mean, you can't need it any worse than that. And the Red Sox are on the verge of getting swept. They lose. I'm sorry. I misspoke. No, Toronto's on the verge. Red Sox won those first 2 games.
Right.
I'm sorry. Let's roll with the Blue Jays. Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll with the Blue Jays.
Yeah. They avoid the sweeping home. Yeah.
And I have no faith in Detroit right now. So I'm
I feel you.
I'm sticking with Cleveland. All right.
Okay.
Cleveland, Guardians, Cubs, Yankees -1.5, and Blue Jays. That is a last-minute betting parlay. I'm not doing any dingers or anything like that. I went through all the tiebreakers on the show the other day. And, who had the advantage in tiebreakers and what have you. I'm not going to go through that again. But, hey, down to the nitty-gritty. It's the last weekend of the regular season, and we're going to have the playoffs right around the corner. And are we going to have a 100-win team this year? I mean, the one that's closest is obviously Milwaukee with 96, but they would have to win the rest of their games.
Yeah, well, they're the only team that's got a chance at doing it, Bob. If they don't do it, nobody can. I mean, there's nobody else that can win 100 games. Phillies are at 93 wins,
right?
And they've only got 4 games left. So no, it's either Milwaukee or nobody. And no,
I
don't think Milwaukee's winning. winning the rest of their games because I think Cincinnati's going to win at least one game against them to end the season. They're fighting for their playoff lives. Milwaukee's got nothing to play for. I mean, they're not going to go all out for 100 wins, and risk injury or anything. So, no, we will not have a 100-win team this year.
And a little round of applause here. I'm going to go back to the applause machine. Little round of applause. The Rockies have exceeded 1,000 runs against. They have given up 1,001 runs, Mike. Their run differential is minus 412.
We didn't have a 100-win team last year, did we?
I don't believe so.
I don't think there was a 100 team. There wasn't a 100-win team last year. One dinger parlay. I mean, we've only got a handful of games to pick from here. I'm not sure who I would go with here tonight, man. I'll tell you what, though, Judge and Raleigh hit last night, and they didn't hit the night before when we needed them. Of course, nobody did, but
yeah,
known.
You're right. No 100-win team last year. Dodgers had 98 wins.
Right. And the Yankees had 90-something, too, did they not?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so, they did.
No, we did not have a 100-win team last year either.
Yep. So, I mean, but seriously, man, 1,001 runs given up. That's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. They've scored 589 runs. Believe it or not, Mike. Let me see. Let me give you a guess as to who scored the least amount of runs in all of baseball. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It's a team that you have liked a lot for Nerfies this year.
Probably Colorado.
No. I said Colorado's not the worst. There's somebody below them.
Really?
Come on. You've picked them for Nerfies several times.
I have? Yes. I don't really know who you're talking. I'll give you one more guess. It'd be Pittsburgh.
There you go. Very good.
That'd be my second guess. Would be Pittsburgh. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yes. Good job. Good job. Way to go. You like that applause or not?
I do. I deserved an applause there because
you want some more?
After that, I had no other guess necessarily.
Okay. Yeah. No, that was correct.
You were thinking White Sox?
Nah, not the White Sox.
No, White Sox have scored some runs at times. I feel Pittsburgh's offense has been horrible. I mean, really, if you really think about it, Pittsburgh's offense has been bad.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
I look at the month of September, some of these games, 0 runs, 1 run, 3 runs, 2 runs, 1 run, 1 run. They've been horrible.
Anything popping on the EV page? Or?
Yeah, nothing that I'm necessarily jumping on, but yeah, I think we should get out of here and go watch some Thursday night football, man.
All right. Sounds good to me. All right. Tomorrow night with the crew. Don't forget, by the way, we were 8-7 this last week, but you weren't on the damn show.
Yeah, you
needed me. You probably screwed us up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to go.
Yeah.
We 11-4 the first 2 weeks, and
go me.
Justin and I were 8-7 last week.
Later, brother. Take it easy, Tristan. Enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully we have a good game at least.
See you tomorrow, folks.